I was always afraid of death until the day my hero died. I thought that death's sweet kiss was only bestowed on people who could no longer will to fight, whose bodies had expired and it was time for an upgrade. It wasn't until the day that my brother died that I learned Superman really isn't indestructible. That death is no respecter of persons, and that young is only relative to old in the grand scheme of things. Age only means the number of birthdays you have until you're called back home. His was 29. Almost 30, but death got a little greedy and then took him early. That same week, she took my uncle too. He lived in Missouri. See, I can't remember the last time I saw his face, but I can still hear what his voice sounds like. I get my middle name from my Uncle Ravine, and my weird ways from my brother. It was like it was yesterday. My serenity was interrupted by chaos. I was in my haven of safety, walking peacefully around ponds that were reflecting the sun's job well done, while trading light shifts with the moon, when my mother called me. My mother, car accident and breast cancer survivor, 50-something looking like 30 years old, shy yet courageous beat of my heart mother. Nick, where are you? I'm at the park, distressing for my day. Well, go home, we need you to pray. Trey and Crystal were in a really bad car accident and we're on our way to the hospital now. I did as I was instructed. I went home to pray, but my spirit knew. My soul felt disconnected from my brother's energy. I can't explain it, but conceptually, my heart knew what my mind couldn't fathom. So I told my brother, if it's your time to go, I'll see you on the other side. I love you. Thank you. On June 3rd, 2015, I lost my angst towards death and embraced the surety of eternity. You see, it was that day that I understood that life is only as long as we choose for it to be. Instantly, I saw that up until that point, I hadn't really been living, just existing. And that if I would let it, life had journeys it wanted to take me on. Paths that no one else in my family ever followed as openly and transparently as me. But it took me losing my greatest fear to open my eyes and see all the wondrous magnificence life was trying to offer me. The extensive drive to the hospital was excruciating. My mind has now become a racetrack for thoughts I thought would never end. We made it just before they took his body away. His 6'2", slender, melanated body lay lifelessly on the cold hospital bed. My sister and I dazedly gazed on the shell my brother's spirit left behind. He was no longer there, but he simply looked asleep. I just wish I had the power to call his sleeping soul back from the grave. But he belonged to Source now. In reality, I guess he always did. So we are merely parts of a whole, individuations that enter into creation at different moments for different reasons. His was to teach the world that superheroes don't only wear capes or have superpowers. Superheroes can be ordinary people who have extraordinary love. Superheroes are teachers that darkness can't conquer light. It was his job to teach the world to be silly, to take a load off and just laugh. Nobody gets out alive anyway. Tomorrow's not promised, so live today. See, we don't choose when our time in this realm is done. But if God is truly omniscient, then he or she knew that this would happen before time began. Because my brother died upon impact. He didn't suffer. He didn't feel a thing but my dad. My dad felt everything. My father, entrepreneur and faith teaching father, stubborn yet teddy bear of a man, father cried out to God, praying for hours, until he had to accept the unacceptable, that his firstborn son was gone. He prayed relentlessly, blaming himself for this tragedy as if he had any control over humanity. He beseeched God to bring his son, my brother, back. But by this point, it was too late. And even if his petition was signed, sealed, and delivered, who knows the state to which my brother would have had to return. A parent should never have to bury their child. See, we have this agreement that death only wants you when you're old and decrepit, not young and vivacious. We expect death to behave until we're old in age, but I learned that death comes when she wants to. See, I was always afraid of death until the day that my brother died, and I learned that death, although it's a mystery, it isn't the ending of a journey, it's the starting of a new one. See, it wasn't created to be feared, but embraced. My apprehension of death kept me from experiencing the best thing life was trying to offer me. Because when you lose fear, and you lose the fear of death, what else is there? My apprehension of death kept me from experiencing the best thing life was trying to offer me. Yep. All I really have to say though, never be afraid to be who you are. Just there are people who are literally waiting to love you. You never know when our time is up, so be kind always. And if you haven't heard it yet today, let me be the first to tell you, I love you. I did that without crying. That's amazing. But